Good morning, writers. I'm this morning in the garden of Whitby Youth Hostel, which is a fabulous building. It's been here since the 1600s, built by the Strickland family, who still lease it to the Youth Hostel Association 90 years after the family ceased to live here. With Whitby Abbey behind me, the history of Bram Stoker and Dracula being played out again and again every weekend, with people dressing up in goth costume and coming to Whitby for the Ghost Festival, next week in fact for the Goth Festival itself, the end of October. But I'm here in a normal situation with my wireless keyboard and my iPad, enjoying my first coffee of the morning, whilst I consider where to go with a couple of chapters of my latest book, which is a crime fiction story. I'm very close to finishing it. I really would like to have it finished, ready for formatting by the end of the month. That gives me about 10 or 15 days in which to have that process done. I've been away, I'm still away, and I'm back home in Bradford in West Yorkshire this evening. But what I'm looking to do is get this manuscript finally finished. I think it needs about 3,000 words to tighten up some of the endings and to add some backstory to one of the antagonists. We're nearly there, and that means that I'll be able in Nanowrimo next month, starting on the 1st of November, to be able to put total focus into the two new non-fiction titles that I want to bring out and to have ready by the end of November. So I hope you're having great progress, and if you're not, just encourage yourself that all over the world there are people like you and I sitting down with our devices, adding words to screen, adding words to paper if we are using pen and paper for our Preptober notes, because this month is about the addition of notes or the creation of written content for your work in progress. It could be non-fiction, could be fiction. Tell us how you're getting on. Tell us what's happening in your writing, and let us know how you are feeling about the process, because Nanowrimo is a big push next month. Preptober is about piecing together the idea or the kernel of the story that you're going to be writing and turning it into something that you will feel relatively confident with as we start next month. You haven't got to get everything done in October. That's not what this is about. Piecing your story together from the beginning to the end as you go through it, and looking for the incidents that are exciting, looking for the characters that will give depth to your story and make it believable for the struggles and the adventures that they go through. This will give you an opportunity to produce something that you feel really good about as we get to month end. Nanowrimo is the real push with that story, and it can be difficult work, it can be hard work, and I think to underplay that is wrong, because writing every day for a whole month is a hell of a challenge. I've only done that 3 times, and in one of those I did create my book 10-minute budget, but other times I've written books and they've taken me months to complete, to format, to design the covers, and to have them up and running and published online or in print format. But November is a great opportunity for you to get a really decent rough draft of a whole story from scratch. But if you use the next couple of weeks to develop as much as you can of the detail, so that every time you sit down to write, you know where you're going with the story, you will be onto a real winner in November and Nanowrimo. So wherever you are, whether you're sitting in a garden like me on a slightly fresh, damp morning in October, or you're in a cozy home or a little apartment, or you're writing in the library or on the train, happy writing.